All right. Once again, they've got us broadcasting, and then they pull up this thing that says, "Hey, what are you broadcasting? Can't you tell?" Jeez. All right. The show, fool. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Got to share it on Facebook. You guys all know that.
Right on.
What's on your mind? Facebook.
Jeez, you're not even on my friend list yet.
You have friends?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Or,
Well, people who don't know me well enough to dislike me yet.
You know, I keep saying that they need to have a stat counter for friend rejections. You know?
Well, I think there should be an anti-friends list, like enemies. You should have
Yeah.
there should be a site for all the people you don't like,
Yeah.
right? And
But
you should be able to go on their anti-friend sites and talk shit about them and go back and forth like that, right?
uh, you know, I also heard that they were doing like a like what was it, like an antisocial network where everyone, like it was a social network where people got on there to talk shit about social networks.
Hmm. Like a
Yeah.
blog, sort of like a blog site for antisocials.
Well, it was like the anti social network.
That's interesting.
Yeah, irony, right?
Well, you gotta have balance in the universe, right? Theoretically, for the yin and the yang of it all.
They they claim, you know, I I guess that's how it works. You know, I haven't. I kind of assume it works like that. I just don't. Unfortunately, it's over an infinite scale.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem with that is, for all I know, like all of like the yang is like millions of years from now.
It may be, or maybe the yang already happened,
Yeah.
and we're just living the yin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
zig and the zag of it all is just, I guess it's not for us to know. So who's tonight's sponsor?
this welcome to the podcast. Let me see. We have 0 viewers. I'm glad you guys joined us. It's the goose egg, just like last time. But as you can see, we're in a slightly new location. I've commandeered the living room. Uh, the parental units have vacated the premises, and here I am. And this podcast once again is sponsored by Luke Martin Records,
Hmm.
and we are here to entertain and to tell people what's going on around this Sacramento music scene. Now, one thing I was planning on doing tonight is there's a band called The Dirt Feeling that's going to be playing out at the Fire Escape on Madison. So you guys should probably check that out. I'm gonna check it out. I'm hoping I'm not gonna be too late here, but um, they sound good. If my brother was here, he would tell you the same. Um, Now, I was thinking about going ahead and doing what I traditionally do and start off by playing a song for you guys. Once again, depending on what I play, I may be breaking some sort of copyright laws. But let's see here. Check out my set list.
And none of these tunes are intended to offend or be taken seriously by the artists that may have played them prior to Luke's playing them. And any replication or thereof is purely accidental, by course.
That's right. I was just accidentally throwing some words and some chords together and just happened to be like a. Well, you know what? I can do an original. You guys are gonna hear some original. I don't know. Some of you have heard this, some of you haven't. All 0 viewers.
Well, you never know.
Alright. And let me see. We're 5 minutes into this thing. Jeez.
Yeah, we're burning time.
I'm pretty good at that. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna start over, guys. First of all, I'm gonna unblock that shot. And
He's going off camera. He'll be right back. For those of you 0 viewers out there. Eventually someone will watch, though, so we want this to be entertaining and factual at the same time. Or non-factual, depending on your persuasion.
back from our regular scheduled advertisements. Alright, here's this is an original I wrote in, I think it was 2010, and it's called Scarecrows. Thank you, thank you. We have a viewer.
All right, hey, what's up?
Who is our viewer? Is our viewer on the chat, or is our viewer out in Facebook land? Facebook land, Facebook. Facebook land. Well, there's no action in the chat room, so anyway, hi viewer. Alright. So, we do have a special guest here on our show.
I don't know how special I am, but
we do try and have artists other than myself on the show. I know it's got to get a little old hearing me all the time. So now our guest here, his name is Tony Plesha, and he is. Thank you, Tony. He's a singer for a band called Defiance, and is Metrologic still in effect?
we're sort of on a hiatus, but the main focus is the Defiance project right now.
Okay. And I've heard a lot of good things about this Defiance project, and we'll have some material for you in the future that you guys will be able to hear. So tell us, first of all, how would you describe your sound with Defiance?
Well, it's kind of changed. It started off, Defiance was a 80s band that had some limited success in touring down in LA. And my brother and some of the core members, they got together about a year ago at my brother's birthday party, and they jammed for a while, and some of the stuff was pretty good. So it's got an 80s flair to it, like the old stuff the old songs that they had prior to me coming to the band was 80s sounding. So it's kind of hard rock, 2 guitars, a bass player that's he's not just a rhythm section. He's almost like a lead bass player.
Uh-huh.
And so my brother, the other guitar player, and the bass player were together in the band. The original drummer has basically drunk himself to a wet brain, so he's not available to play.
That sounds scary.
And they had several singers back then, and none of them could really sing. I mean, they could screech, they could scream.
Okay.
So, so when we got together, the drummer that we got was a drummer that toured with Ronnie Montrose.
Okay, yeah.
For a number of years in the Sammy.
A lot of you guys have heard about
the
Montrose.
Sammy years, yeah. So so he's a major influence in the band now because his drumming is just incredible. So the rhythm section is full, the bass is incredible, and my brother and the other guitar player have this like almost sixth sense about where to be when it comes to harmony. So, and they play off of each other. So Pat, the other guitar player, is super fast and super clean, and my brother is just a standard, like can play any lead and puts his own flair to anything he plays. But the Defiance stuff itself is sort of it's a little bit more harder edge than it was now that they've got the new drummer. They've all been playing in other bands since then, so their musicianship is even better, and everybody's serious. It's about the music now. It's not about the partying and the people hanging out and all that. It's just about the music.
Now I've got to ask you this. Now, did they wear spandex back in the 80s?
No spandex. Their attire was more Levi's leather vest-ish.
But they had the leather vest.
Yeah, they had the leather
Okay.
vest. That was just the thing that was going on. They did play in the same circles as Van Halen when Van Halen was coming up.